Hello, everybody. Sage here. I wanted to uh, delve into, hopefully delve into Nichol Kessinger's past lives because we got a little bit of a peek at that in one of my readings recently, and I kind of wanted to explore it a little bit further. So let's see what we see. Of course, all alleged, my opinion, not facts. I am using the, excuse me, the Bluebird Lenormand deck. Uh, Also the Grand Tableau spread. All right, I did shuffle before I began the video, of course. I'll do a couple more. I'm thinking I'd like to do a Chris Watts past life too, at some point, if you guys are interested. One more. Okay. Well, a contract regarding a path. That's interesting. Let's see how this all goes. Information regarding an incarceration and children and the unaliving of children. Yeah, this is definitely NK. Lots of worry and trepidation regarding a man, which I'm going to assume at this point in time in this reading, Chris Watts. Probably afraid of him talking, huh? You afraid, Nicole? No peace and tranquility, which is fine by me. Because the mice next to the lilies, there's like a disruption of peace. There's no peace. That's why I say that. No happiness. There's clouds below the sun. No happiness. And the clouds next to the heart, and no love. Pretty miserable. Oh, okay. Yeah. I want you guys to see something here. Now, this is a pattern, and I look at all different sorts of patterns within the Grand Tableau. This is what this is called. So here's the book information. Um, the birch rod sorrows. Um, the mice, which is, a disruption, an eating away, a gnawing away. Coffin, meaning unaliving. And then look right here, the child. So it all goes down here at an angle. See that? And another thing too. So the gentleman is looking towards the coffin, as well as next to the coffin is a tower. So he's in prison for unaliving. And also above the tower is the child for unaliving children. So, and also, we're not going to forget, of course, Shanann and her baby, Nico, her unborn baby. So anyway, yeah, this is definitely NK. Now, what I had seen before in that other reading was, excuse me, flashes of of these horrible images in my mind. And um, it doesn't surprise me, but it was kind of conflicting at the same time. So, and what I mean by that is when I had initially had seen that, I'll call it a vision, it's a picture in my mind. When I had done that other reading, I had seen her like bathing in a tub of I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but I'll spell it out, Blood. And pictures of these people in an attic. And also I saw a picture like of Mardi Gras. And I had wrote it down. There was one of my subscribers, and I want to thank her. Actually, a lot of you did, but I think she was the first one that had told me about this Delphine. I'm probably not saying her name right, so please excuse me. Delphine Lalaurie. Delphine Lalaurie. And the subscriber that told me about this character was Suki's Charlie underscore Aunt. So anyway, I was like, it's like, you know what, that fits. But there's also um, when I was having those pictures in my head, you know, I will hear things as well, and I'll hear um, uh, like I heard something to the effect of it had to be virgin, Blood. And then I was thinking, was there possibly two people that, did this? And so then I was thinking, because also, I'm sorry I'm skipping around, but also I had seen like two different versions of dress, you know, like 1800s dress, and then also like medieval dress. There was like flashing between the two. Anyway, so what I ended up doing was I because I was so confused by it, I Googled. Of course, I Googled the Delphine Lalaurie, and she was a lady that was in New Orleans and born in 1787, passed in 1849. And she had chained one of, and I'm not going to say the S word here. I don't like it at all, but you know what I mean. One of her um, servants to the stove, reportedly, and she had started a fire, and she said to unalive herself because she was so miserable, which is so horrible. And the firefighters came, and they were extinguishing the fire, and they were going throughout the house, and they had found up in the attic a bunch of other people that were not in good shape, that were being things were being done to them that were horrible. And that clicked with me, and that made sense. um, because these people, in my vision, I had seen some people that were in this attic, and they had some horrible things done to them, limbs in different directions, and I'm not going to go further into it. I mean, um, it was horrible. And anyway, so then I also saw this other vision of a lady in a bathtub, of BLOOD, and then another flash of like a medieval dress. And I'm like, it's not the same person, but I think it's definitely has something to do with a past life. And we're not all. I'm not saying we're all perfect in our past lives. We come back to repay debts and karmic debts. I mean, and who try to maybe fix things. But I was like, this is how this is horrible. And so I looked it up. Sorry, I'm bouncing around again because I keep on seeing these images now again, and it's really disturbing. But this lady, it said something about it has to be the BLOOD of a virgin, and I'm like, who did that? So then, of course, I'm going to get to this now. I looked it up. I Googled this, who bathed in the BLOOD of virgins, and it came back with this name. You guys, it was really creepy. Her name was Countess Elizabeth Bathory. And then I had another subscriber who actually named her as well. I'm like, what? And according to Google, this lady was a Hungarian alleged serial unaliver, um, accused of unaliving hundreds of girls and women from 1590 to 1610. And she had the help of servants. Look her up. Really, it was rather disturbing. Um, so the servants were brought to trial, and they were sentenced. But Bathory was a very wealthy woman, and she had claimed that it was a witch hunt, and I do believe she didn't see. Oh wait, no, she was put away. She was put away, but I don't know. There was a bunch of um, information regarding that, and I didn't commit it to memory. But uh, anyway, so there was these two overlapping visions in my mind, and then I looked up this Bathory lady. Of course, I just said that, but they had shown pictures, these portraits of this lady. Look it up. This looks just like, according to the portraits that were done, the painted portraits, looks just like NK. I am not messing with you. You gotta look it up. OMG. It is insane. So, anyway, when it came to NK and her past lives, and these two images come into my mind, and I got to tell you, without a shred of any ego, I am really good at discovering past lives. We've all, whether you believe in them or not, I definitely do. There's lessons to be learned, and there was something like this dark, and and how she's able to not be burning in the hits of HE double toothpick after the Bathory life. I don't know. I have my theories, and I'm not willing to voice them right now. But uh, I I feel like this was a part, in my opinion, this was a part of her one of her past lives. I do. I mean, I just feel it in my bones. So, among other things, that she's been. There was actually, and I had done some math, and I looked up to see like the differences in the years between deaths and births and the rebirth of Bathory between Delphine and between Delphine and her life now. And so between Bathory and Delphine Lalaurie, I know I'm not saying that right. It was 177 years, okay, death and birth. And then from the death and birth of NK, it was approximately 139 years. I think NK was born in 88. Anyway, it was kind of interesting. And uh, I kind of want to get back to what's going on with her now. Those were the two main ones that I had seen and I currently see. They're so overpowering, and the images are very disturbing. Is why I'm stumbling over my words. I could just keep on getting these disgusting flashes in my mind about it, but I'm going to try and refocus on the now for her. And she is currently not exactly looking at. She can't bear to look online anymore right now. At this point, she kind of goes through ebbs and flows of it. There for a while, she was watching Zawaki. Love Zawaki, by the way. She was watching him, and she was actually had seen a few of my videos about her. But currently, what she's doing is she's there's like this battle with health right now with her. This what's happened regarding Chris Watts case and her involvement. In my opinion, her involvement. It has definitely affected her heart, or not her heart, sorry, her health. That was probably a Freudian slip, but definitely had something to do with her role that she played in this. She's definitely a darker soul. And I see this, I want to get back to the pact regarding the ring. In this case, in this reading, it's regarding a pact, a soul pact, because there's the stars and there's the ring, and it's diagonal from it. Pact was made to create happiness for herself, and or mm, I'm going to say it was actually for occult stuff. Excuse me. And it definitely didn't turn out the way she had figured it was going to turn out. So, and I think we all know that. But yeah, nothing but misery. Currently, she's feeling the urge to have to move around again, being found out, um, not much money. The fish below the mice, not much money. Things are eating away at her money. Um, I do see her still wanting to write a book. Um, yeah, It's kind of weird. It's like her and Chris Watts are in different areas. Of course, he's in prison. She should be in prison, but she's also in a prison of her own making, right? They're living a parallel life, even though she's not behind bars, like in my opinion, she should be. Um, yeah, when I do readings on her and especially him, it's just really a very heavy feeling. So, you guys, I mean, I'm gonna just, I come away with it with saying to you guys, look up that Bathory, Countess Elizabeth Bathory, and you'll be astounded how much, according to the portrait, she looks like that. She looks like that. Yeah. And evidently, NK hasn't learned anything. Yeah. Anyway, okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. And don't forget about the contest, the free reading contest, and go into my videos and find the video for that and put in the comment section your number choice. Like, subscribe, and share if you feel like this vibes with you. And I'll talk to you guys later.